Okay guys, so we're up to our last technique for the mount, okay? Keep in mind, all of the positions are interconnected, and we're really only exploring 3 positions within this intro course, and that's gonna be the closed guard, that's gonna be the mount, the position I'm in now, and then the final position is going to be the back control. And the better you get at interconnecting these positions, the easier it is to maintain control over our opponent. Remember, as I mentioned before, the terminology of position is how we control our opponent, and then submission is how we really make our opponent tap and defend ourselves with these techniques, okay? I'm gonna teach you guys how to get to one of the strongest positions in jiu-jitsu, regardless of body type, and that's gonna be the back control, okay? And I'll show you guys, in my opinion, the most effective way to get from the mount onto somebody's back, okay? All I'm gonna do is take 2 hands, and we're gonna place them on my friend's forearm. Normally, whatever arm is on top. So if they have their arms crossed, this one will be hard to attack because it's protected by this one. So we always attack the top one. And all I'm gonna do is push their wrist to the floor, just like that, okay? And what will happen more often than not is my opponent tries to grab their own hand. Notice Dylan reaches through that hole. This is gonna give us awesome access to their back. So I just make a little sandwich with my chest right over their arm, okay? Now, my hand is gonna sneak underneath their head like a pillow, and I'm gonna grab that top arm, if you guys can see this connection here, okay? So whatever arm he grabs with, I grab with. So it's gonna be my left to left here, okay? So I pin, he goes for the grab, and that's exactly what we're looking for. We just drop our chest down, I release their wrist, feed my hand under their head like a pillow, and we grab over the top of the wrist, right? And this puts us in a beautiful gift wrap position, okay? The gift wrap allows us many options, but for today, we're just gonna use this to take our opponent's back, okay? So all I do with using this grip is I place my hand on their elbow, and I'm gonna pull their wrist and push their elbow. And this will start to rotate my friend onto their side, okay? Now, in order for me to sit them up and give them a piggyback ride, I'm gonna take my hand, slip it under their arm. Hey, look, this was just like the same arm bar hook we did before, okay? But instead, we're gonna grab our wrist, okay? The same side that I'm attacking. So right now I'm attacking on the right side. I'm gonna use my right foot, and we're gonna step it up. I'm gonna take my knee, and we're gonna slide it up. So hey, look, this is like the armbar position we were in the armbar video. So make sure these positions look similar. Here's my Kimura grip. With the head, we call it the gift wrap. Now, an easy way to just get to my opponent's back is by sitting them straight up and rolling them to the other side, okay? And this will allow us to wrap our legs into this hooking position and or what we call the body lock. And that's like a triangle choke, but on your friend's body, okay? So one more time. We're starting in this mount position, right? We can even say that my opponent is looking to do the shrimp out of this closed guard like we did in the first video. So if they get my weight in my hands, they turn on their side, this is no good for us, as we mentioned. So I can reach under their head and grab their top wrist. Now my free hand reaches through the hole and grabs my own wrist, okay? Now we're gonna find that armbar entry position. So look, I step my foot up tight to their waist. I slide my back knee up to their head. And I'm gonna squeeze with all my might as we sit them up, and I roll them to the opposite side and wind up into the back control with hooks or the body lock. Okay? And this move sums up our mount section. So we've covered shrimping and making our way from a bad position, being on bottom, to into the closed guard.
our armbar from the top position, right? And if we can't succeed at the armbar, then typically when our opponent gets on their side, they will offer us an option to roll them over into the back control, which in my opinion is the best position in jiu-jitsu to submit your opponent from.